Andy, there's something I want to tell you. The real reason I'm here.
Next Wednesday.
How did you get here?
You remember throwing me on the bed last night?
Nothing can prepare you
What the hell is this?
for the most explosive Sistas season finale ever.
The scariest news of my life. Pray with me. Our Father,
Today is not the day to tell them.
who art in heaven.
Sabrina still ain't called?
Rena, where you at? Call me back. Would be thy name.
Is everything okay?
Tyler Perry's Sistas.
Well, folks, this is it. The final trailer breakdown for season 9. Can't believe it. It's been quite the journey, but season 9, episode 22, the season 9 finale entitled The Hangover. Also, this will be the 200th episode of the series, and the trailer promotes it as the most explosive finale ever. I gotta say, for the first time in several weeks, I just saw a trailer that has me pumped up. I'm excited and I'm ready to see what's next. Now, the synopsis goes as follows. I've already done a video on it, which you all blew up, and I hope you do the same thing for this one. After a night out, some wake up happy, some wake up confused and shocked. Nothing could prepare the sisters for what's to come after what was supposed to be a joyous send-off cookout. We might be losing one of the girls, and I'm not just talking about Karen moving out of state, because while last night's episode has a mixed reaction, I mean, don't get me wrong, the ending when they were singing "We Are Family," I got all my sisters, and hey, I love that. That was great. But most of the episode I could have done without. But I did laugh a lot, but yeah, whatever. But I will say that nothing could have prepared me for that trailer. While the episode itself could be, summed up in about 3 minutes, the trailer itself had people going, oh man, that literally took over the live stream last night. So I have a page of notes. I mean, a literal page. This is going to be a bit of a doozy, but I will make sure, like always, to take my time to edit the photos and everything so it matches up to what I'm saying, because we really need to take our time to break this down bit by bit. So just a couple things. Number one, I believe by the time I post this video, we should be at 299,300 plus subscribers, meaning we will be less than 700 people away from 300K. I am still pushing to hit 300K by the end of the year. And the finale is next week. So perhaps between this week and next week, and then the week of the finale, that should give the channel a good boost in numbers. But hey, help me out. If you're watching this video and you haven't done so already, please hit subscribe so I can hit that number before 2026. Secondly, it was brought to my attention that some people, kind of like with Spotify Wrapped, they are, I don't know what the system is called, but essentially they're able to see who their top YouTubers of 2025 was. So it's like, hey Jeremy, you were my number 1 or number 3, like you're the channel I watched the most in 2025. If you could just send me those screenshots of you, that would be great. Like if you could send me screenshots of that list, I'd love to make a post to see like where I rank for certain people. Like, oh, I was in your top 5. That's awesome. So feel free to DM me on social media, my Twitter, Instagram, even my email, all that good stuff in the description box below. And without further ado, let's get into The Hangover. So for starters, after a night out, some wake up happy. I'm thinking that's Andy, because she's still quote unquote proud of herself for sticking it to Penelope. I'm sorry, she lost that fight. I'm not getting into that here, but she lost that fight. Some wake up confused and shocked. That's going to be Danny, because, based on her reaction to Green being at her apartment in the trailer, she certainly doesn't remember anything. And then in terms of nothing could prepare them for what's to come after the cookout, yeah, that's definitely in relation to Sabrina. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Now, for starters, let's start with Andy's mom, Valerie. So she's sitting on the couch with Andy and she's scarfing down some pancakes. Clearly, her mom made these for her. And I don't know what it is about some parents. Like, they'll give you something that they know you'll enjoy before dropping a bomb on you. It's like, Hey, Susan, I made your favorite breakfast. Pancakes and bacon? Oh, thank you, Mom. Hash browns? I love you, Mom. Yeah, well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Oh, yeah, I love this so much. So your dog Scooter died this morning. What? Yeah, he got hit by a car. No! It's like they softened the blow with your favorite meal. So she, obviously made these pancakes for Andy. And she's like, there's something I need to tell you. Baby, release the pancakes. I need to tell you the real reason I'm here. And she mentioned something along the lines of receiving the scariest news of my life. Will you pray with me? And she starts reciting the Lord's Prayer, and Andy's breaking down. Obviously, this is in reference to her medical condition. We don't know what it is, but clearly she's going to reveal it to Andy, and it's going to be a sour way to start the day. After a lively night on the town, then knowing that Karen's leaving later today and going to the cookout, and now the day has to start off with a bombshell like this. Man, that really sucks. So, Karen's apartment. I gotta give it to Aaron and the movers, whoever. They wasted no time. The last time I saw a place this cleaned out in such a quick amount of time, I recall, what was it, like the season 5 finale of the Haves and the Have-Nots, when Catherine had the entire Cryer mansion emptied out. The only room that had stuff in it was Jim's study, where he was in there doing something. And when he came out, he's like, what the? All the pots, all the rugs, everything was gone. And I'm like, what in the world? That's pretty much what it felt like with Karen's apartment. Everything is completely cleaned out, or I'm sorry, packed up. Aaron's looking at her like, well, you gonna miss this place? Not at all. Maybe it'll be better luck for the next tenant. I can't really blame her, because when you just sit down and think about everything that went down in this apartment, you can't blame Karen. I certainly wouldn't, from the drama, the fights, the attempted murders. So much. Sometimes it's like she said, you need a hard reset. And yeah, this is good. This is good. Plus, it's good to see it. Well, this is the third time we saw a main sister move. It was Andy from her apartment to the penthouse. Then it was Zatima from her place to Zach's house. And now it's Karen going with Aaron and Faith to Seattle. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Now, we go over to Danny's apartment. And she gets out of bed and she looks over and it's like, wait. How did you get here? You don't remember throwing me on the bed last night? And he's like, so you want to go for round 6? Round 6? Ugh. So it looks like eventually, he does get up to leave. And as, he's walking out, she's like, I rebuke you, Satan. I rebuke you. Get out. And as soon as Green is about to leave, Tony comes in. I saw his hands gesture like he was putting a key in the door. I'm pretty certain that Danny made him give up his key couple of episodes ago after she threw him out for taking that 10K. So did he make a spare, or did the writers just forget and think we wouldn't notice? And yes, I double checked it. Tony's hand was at the door, inserting and pulling out a key. This wasn't the door is unlocked like it always is. No, Tony had a key. You didn't think we noticed, but we did. So he goes, who the hell is this? And the next thing you know, Tony and Green get into a fight. I mean, like a real knockout, drag out fight where this was one of those fights that Zach and Aaron would have, where they would fight and just tear stuff up, whether it be over at the steam plant or over in Karen's apartment back in season 1. Like, they're literally, I think Tony shoves or punches Green and he goes flying through one of, I think like the quote unquote wall that separates Danny's bedroom from the living room. It's just crazy. It is just crazy. So after they, we don't know what happens after the fight. We know Danny eventually makes her way to the cookout, but we'll talk about that soon enough. So, looking at my notes here, everything else happens at the cookout itself. So we see everybody out front. We got Zach, Fatima, Maurice, Dylan, Pam, Andy, and Danny. They're greeting Aaron and Karen as they're coming up with the stroller with Faith, his pink stroller. Some people were pointing out Zach's face, how he was looking. I think it was just like, man, just a reminder of what he lost, that kind of thing. I don't think it's jealousy or anything, but yeah. So after that, they go inside. There's a moment where Fatima's talking to Danny. He's like, is everything okay? And Danny has this look on her face where probably she's still reeling from what occurred at her apartment that morning between Tony and Green. So as the girls are sitting down, minus Sabrina, she isn't there yet, Andy notices her mom approaching Mr. Keys, and they hug each other. She's like, I wonder how they know each other. And then as she's about to go over there, Karen pulls her back. Let the boomers talk. So later on, she actually sees these two standing by the food, and she goes up to them. So I'm interested to see what that conversation is going to be like. And speaking of conversations, I believe this one takes place before the cookout, or Fatima changes for the cookout because she's wearing something different standing on the balcony to when she's wearing like the yellow dress that's similar to the one she wore the night before. She overhears Mr. Keys on the phone with somebody going, no, today is not the right day to tell him. So this could imply that she overhears Keys hinting at the fact that Zach is his son. So yeah, this let me say this. In my personal opinion, I do not believe it is Fatima's place to tell Zach who Mr. Keys is. That is just my opinion. I know that's his fiance. She's pregnant. I don't think this is her place. You can disagree with me if you want, but personally, I don't think so. Not to mention, we don't know if it's actually Keys who says himself, no. Today is not the day to tell him. That could imply, yeah, I'm his dad, but unless he verbally says it, I don't want Fatima to make assumptions like that. But that's just my opinion. You could let me know what you think in the comments below. So, from there, oh wow, I'm actually getting through this quicker than I thought I was. There's something. Oh yeah, Maurice can be heard over saying, Sabrina still ain't called? And then we cut to Karen leaving her a voicemail. Brina, where you at? Now, in terms of Sabrina, we see her in the car, and she's on her way to the big event. But she gets a phone call from Paige saying, oh, don't hate me, but Sabrina, I can't find my vault keys. And she's like, dang it, Paige, now I'm going to be late to the cookout. So, we know that Sabrina was on her way to the cookout, but she has to go to the bank first because Paige can't find her vault keys. So, we cut to a moment where Sabrina's driving and we see a car speed into her, and it looks like obviously she's going to get hit on the driver's side. A lot of people are saying a lot of things, asking a lot of questions. Wait a minute. Was that Penelope that did that? Was that Damani's disgruntled fiance, Nina, who wanted her to get rid of the embryos? I'm going to go out on a limb here and just say, folks, I just think this just was an accident. Reckless driving, whatever you want to call it. I don't think this was something purposefully done. But if this is how Sabrina checks out, holy crap. Now, I've never been the biggest Sabrina fan. Now, I remember saying years ago that out of all the 4 sisters, she would be the one I'd want to date. But at the same time, I don't like the way she treats people because she is debatably the most toxic of the group, believe it or not. And I love Novi Brown. However, yeah, despite my feelings toward the character, this would be a tragic way for her to go. Now, nothing is confirmed. We don't know if she's dead, but it just seems like Nothing could prepare the sisters for what's to come after what was supposed to be a joyous send-off cookout. Because, you know, with Maurice wondering, where's Rena? Karen leaving her a voicemail. There is a moment where, and look, I've only seen the widescreen version of the trailer, the one that's played. Well, I'm not widescreen, but the, you know, social media reel where it's like a, you know, it's a thin video, not a full screen video. So I don't know if we see this, but something sounds like it crashes or blows up. And this is outside of Zach and Fatima's home, because we see Zach, Fatima, Danny, Dylan, Maurice, and I think Pam all react to something like, oh! So I'm wondering if they see the wreck. Like Sabrina is close to the house and is about to make a turn, but then somebody runs a light and then crashes into her. I don't know. I hope that's not what happened, because to me, it would be way worse to witness the accident than to hear about the accident. So there's no telling. There is no telling what happens. I don't think a fight's going to break out. At least I don't think there's a fight that's going to break out. But yeah, next week is going to be pretty wild, folks. It's going to be pretty wild. So with that being said, that is pretty much the complete breakdown of the season 9 finale trailer, The Hangover. Man, I'm seriously sitting here like I can't fathom that Sabrina might actually be gone, because I keep thinking about that one, you know, like little poster board or advertisement outside of the food truck for season 10 filming. And I know Karen and Sabrina weren't in the photo. You know, it had Danny, Andy, Fatima, Pam, and like 2 other unknown women. And I remember going into season 9, like, oh, does this mean Sabrina and Karen aren't in season 10? And we know Ebony's leaving, Karen's leaving after this season. And in terms of Sabrina, I'm like, why would she be leaving? I think we know why. Now, obviously, I don't think Karen's going to leave immediately. I keep saying, I've been saying, I think there's going to be a time jump between seasons 9 and 10. And my goodness, this is going to be crazy stuff. Really is. All right, well, that's all I got for y'all for this particular video. I thought this video would be 20 plus minutes, but close enough. We're at 17 right now. So please do what I requested earlier in the video. Hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. And hit me up or tag me on social media or DM me with screenshots about your YouTube rankings or 2025 if our kind of entertainment ranks in your top, you know, most viewed channels of the year. Thanks for following me on the journey throughout season 9. It's been kind of rough. I know some people have said, Jeremy, you know, there aren't too many channels out there that review sisters like this, so we appreciate you. And I appreciate you for following the content. It means a lot. No word just yet on the return of Sisters for season 10. I'm still saying that, you know what, it might come back as early as January the 7th. That's my theory. It makes sense with the usual pattern. But hey, I've been right in the past. I've been wrong in the past. But one thing I'm for sure of is that next week is going to be a wild ride from start to finish. So with that being said, thanks so much for tuning in, especially if you made it this far into the video. Keep your eye on the channel for my other content, such as the House of Pain review, the discussion videos about last night's episode of Sisters, as well as theory crafting about what's going down next week. And man, I don't know, if I had to make a guess about the cliffhanger, it would either be Sabrina getting into the crash or somebody getting a phone call about the crash. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, well, again, thanks so much. I'll catch you in the next video.